Welcome to the Weird Disciple Publishing 6-month planning forecast and business report. I'm your anchorman, Sir Darius Bravestone, and without further ado, let's get into the semi-annual update. So looking ahead here, we've got 3 big events coming up in the first 3 seasons of 2025. First up is winter. Late January, more than likely, but possibly February, we'll be releasing the long-anticipated Book 3 of the Blades of Trinity series. Just a slight delay from our predictions last year, given some last-minute touch-ups. We're working hard to make it a good installment. Secondly, in spring, we've got another Fables of 4 slated for release. Again, given the Book 3 delays, our whole docket experienced a bit of a push to the right, if you will. But despite the warming weather, this episode is likely to bring back a bit of that winter chill, folks. Last before the summer report is going to be the next installment of the Wafflers anthology. And now this one is going to be just in time, too. It's got a pleasant solar punk aesthetic to it, so right in time for enjoying that sweet summer sun. Moving on to the extended forecast, we've got quite a few interesting things on the back end. High chance of increased accessibility for our books later in the year, to include electronic and even audio options, so keep an ear out for that. High chance of more Fables of 4 later in the year, this time returning to our friend Rayline Mott. Lower chance of a Metroidvania beta opening for playtesting. This one has been in the works for quite a while now. Then a high chance of more merchandise coming to our website, as the last batch performed pretty well. And that's still available if you missed it, folks. Over here on our scheduled events, you can see the calendar is once again well stocked. Starting off with a book signing expo in February, warming to the Blades of Trinity book launch later on, both in the Richmond-Petersburg area. Then in the summer, we'll see that next Wafflers release in beautiful Delray, Alexandria, and some farmers markets in Cheverly, Maryland. Just a quick event review here. 8th Street Festival back in September was one of the biggest events in company history. Big thanks to everyone who attended. We hope you had a blessed time. Looking forward to seeing you at the next one. With our business forecast concluded, let's go ahead and move on over to the operations report with our resident business analyst, the Faceless Skulker. Faceless? Always a pleasure, Darius. Interesting you should speak on company history, since these past few months have been quite historic indeed. In June, we published our Patreon, opening up more avenues for support and added content. After that was the release of the Wafflers anthology, our first group work, and also our first book launch. Then in September, we released Black of the Mind, one of the best performing titles our company has seen. Our updated SWOT analysis reveals similar strengths as last time, but now include improved leverage given our geographic location and nebulous deadlines. Weaknesses also remain the same, anchored chiefly to our bandwidth and budget limitations. We've seen the most expansion in our opportunities, especially given the onslaught of New Year's resolutions soon to come, as well as the media vacuum that may be created from government policies. Threats now shift to competitors in these new areas, as well as the bandwidth of our third-party talent. Our profits over the past half year are looking more diverse when compared to our last report, with the Wafflers anthology and Black of the Mind performing quite well, dwarfed of course by personal owner equity. Event admission and accompanying inventory preparation costs represented the highest expenses the company has seen in its lifetime, resulting in abysmal profit margins. But now that we've had the experience, we're sure to fix that in the future. In terms of last year's goals, we performed quite well on average, exceeding our book yield target by 23%. Unfortunately, we only reached 58% of our Fables of 4 viewership target, so hopefully we can improve that in the new year. And, oh my, am I seeing this right? It says here, We exceeded our social media engagement target by 1,451%. A staggering majority of that comes from you all on YouTube. So thank you very much. In the new year, our goals are shifting. We'll bump up our book yield target to 150, maintain our Fables of 4 target, and set a new internal goal of 10 new releases. I look forward to seeing the progress we've made by our next report. Back to you, Darius. Thanks, Faceless. That concludes today's Weird Disciple Publishing 6-month planning forecast and business report. We look forward to our next report in the summer and what neat things will have occurred between now and then. Have a beautiful day, and God bless.